There's no easy way to end a relationship. I think the fog this morning is an incredible metaphor for that. When we enter into love, at some point we enter into a period of a fog where it's like we really don't know what's going on in that relationship. The relationship may be filled with love and bright, but at the same time it seems like we just don't know what's beyond the next hill, the next turn in the trail, the next 25 yards on a morning like today. And so we often balk at a relationship and we run from it. I've had a lot of favorite Bible verses across the years, but probably the most lasting would be the proverb that says, above all else, guard your heart, for it is the wellspring of all life. Above all else. Wow. That's pretty big, right there in the Bible. Above all else. Guard your heart, for it is the wellspring of all life, or of all living in some translations. See, when you come to that spot where you realize, oh, I need to guard my heart, there's something awry here. Whether you talk it through, whether you go through counseling, whether you realize it's time to walk out the door. And I've done, I think, all three of those things in loving relationships. I know what it is to walk away and heartbreak, but knowing it was the only thing that I could do to guard my heart because I was collapsing on the inside. I know what it is to have someone look me in the eye, my first wife, and to walk away from me and to tell me that she needed something else in life besides me. Could I give her some space? And I know what it is to have people who cared deeply for me who I didn't care nearly as deeply for, and turn away from those relationships. Looking back, I think in each one of them I could have handled them better. Looking backwards, I think in every single circumstance, I was just fortunate to meet Debbie, fortunate to finally find someone who knew how to hold on to me and I could hold on to her. But how much better I could have handled each one of the closing and the endings of a relationship. Probably the most difficult part of love is letting go of it when it comes to that time. And that fog that comes from wherever fog comes from collapses on us and we just can't see our way forward. And we know that to guard our heart, we have to make those decisions that are above all else. To do that, I think there are a few steps that each one of us can take so that in the future we don't have to look back and think, oh yeah, I handled that badly. First of all, I think we need to handle it with respect. And remember that this is a person that we've loved. This isn't just anybody. This is a person that we've loved and given our lives to. So we need to handle it with respect. I think secondly, we need to handle it with regard for their feelings. Because our feelings have changed and our emotions have changed and our commitments have changed, doesn't mean that theirs have. And so we need to figure out how to handle it with regard to their feelings as well. And finally, we need to know how to make sure we've done this securely. It sounds so harsh, but I started counseling years ago that when someone walks out the door, to make sure to shut the door behind them. And I don't do this because I'm cold or because I'm mean, or even because it's always the best advice in every relationship. I do this because I believe in that scripture, above all else. Above all else, guard your heart. And I've seen so many people go through that rotating door of the same brokenness over and over and over again. And in every relationship there comes a time, just like when people decide to get married and they say, yeah, this is the time. There comes a time when we say, yeah, are we going to stick this out or not? And when someone walks away from you, you need to understand that what they're telling you, it's the not part. When someone goes away, what they're saying to you, when someone's with someone else, when someone's doing something else other than what they should be doing with you, what they're telling you, it's the not part. And that's when it's really important for you, above all else, to guard your heart. Because your heart, you can't protect their heart. You don't even know what's going on in their heart. But your heart, it's the wellspring of all living for you. And you're the one who gets to continue to bring life and love and hope, and to believe that if I can just make it through this day, there's a tomorrow out ahead. Even though I can't see through this fog right now, I know that every other fog I've been through in my life, if I just continue down this path, it's going to open up and it's going to break through. I've enjoyed talking about love this week. For those of you who've listened to my stories, thank you. For those of you who will listen to my stories even still, thank you. For those of you who have loved me, thank you. For any of you who I've ever hurt and loved, I'm sorry. It was never my intention. Almost every single time, looking back, looking at myself, knowing myself so much better now at 65 years old, I realized that there was a desire to protect my heart above all else, to guard my heart, knowing that it's the wellspring of all living. Hey, Tuesday morning I start a brand new set of messages on this on how to be happy now. It's going to be nothing but fun stuff. Until then, whether you're at the beginning of a relationship or at the end of a relationship, remember, you can make it miraculous. So be the miracle in your life. Go out there and be the miracle in everything you say and do. God bless you. I'm going to finish this run and then go to church. Have a great day.